some sort of glancing blow, but didn't get too close, in fact, to the Reds. Williams sits down because Ford's going to be playing that one again. Ford just looking at the cushions there, maybe felt it came off them a little bit square. It may take a bit of time for some of these guys to just get going. As I say, there's been a bit of a layoff, not too long, just a couple of weeks of the Christmas period. Just a little bit too thick a contact, which is why the cue ball hasn't kept running into bulk and has left Williams another chance. Just slightly hampered by that red near the cushion, but no problem. Just coming up to 2 years, of course, since he won his third world title in very memorable circumstances at Crucible, beating John Higgins in one of the best world finals we've ever seen, 1816. 15 years after his second title there. I guess the only issue now, though, is, of course, those points are all coming off this season. That golden season he had when he won 3 ranking titles, they're coming off. Although he's still second in the world at the moment, but the big one, of course, is the World Championship prize money. $50. 60. Well, he's on this red. It's a slightly thinner cut than he might have liked, but it's still possible. T2. And really, it could be that the key shot in this frame was that snooker that he played in behind the brown when he went into the reds, didn't get on one, but was able to play that snooker, which set up this chance. T7. T8. T5. T6. Pink to lead by 55. A couple more reds with colours should see him home in this opening frame. Remember, it's best of 5. Players get £100 a frame. And a point for winning the match, but frames also count after points. So if you can get frames on the board, even in matches you lose, that will help in the final table tomorrow evening. T3. Just finished slightly the wrong side of this blue. And this red coming up to the left corner. If you're a little bit rusty, these are the sort of balls that you see missed, I think. Mid-distance, Mark Williams in stroke. No problem with this sort of shot, but lack of sharpness, may miss it. But powers it in,
14.
and he's nicely on the blue. So blue and one more red, and it's going to be 1-0 to Mark Williams. This frame took a bit of time to get going, but Williams looking good to seize it now. At the moment, Ford can only tie with reds and blacks, but this red, and he needs snookers.
54.
Just ripped in, a little bit off the jaw, but it went in. And Williams is going to be 1-0 up. Well, if he could start the new year with a century, that would make him feel good.
62.
Seems to have spent a lot of time of late on the golf course. Well, no century.
Mark Williams.
But 62 should be enough. Ford is going to play on, maybe just to... Well, in fact, he's not. He's going to come to the table to get the balls out. I was going to say maybe playing on there just to get a feel of the table, but has seen enough. So it's Mark Williams who wins the first frame of the year here in Group 5 of the Championship League. He leads Tom Ford 1-0. Still in the first frame next door, Anthony McGill and Dave Gilbert. Of course, Gilbert next week makes his Masters debut. So an exciting few weeks coming up for him. And after this match on this table, Karen Wilson, who's been in Germany actually at the weekend doing an exhibition with Judd Trump, he's up against Graham Dotz. Greg Caniglio is our referee, and we must send our condolences to Paul Collier, the head referee at the Championship League. Not here, he's had a family bereavement over the Christmas period. So we send our best wishes to Paul.
Brent. It's on foot.
Well, they had a couple of chances, but Ford unable to make much of an impact on the opening frame, which Mark Williams won with a break of 62. It's best of 5 to win the initial point here in Group 5. Remember, there are 7 groups and then a final winners group with the respective 7 winners. And the winner gets in the Champion of Champions next season. Be towards the end of the year in November. Big money, lucrative event. Well, that was a bit lucky because the second kiss, he just in fact sent the cue ball back down to Vulkic. A fuller kiss potentially could have left a pot on, but he'll take that. It's a little bit of good fortune. He never quite looked hard enough, but in fact, had it been any harder, he would have hit the pink anyway. So at the moment, Mark Williams just in control of things. Tom Ford firmly on the back foot in this match. Greg Caniglio, the referee, just putting the white back. Of course, he can see a red on the left-hand side full, so if he missed it again, he would have to hit it third time, otherwise it's frame awarded to Williams. Just a slight adjustment needed here. Now, is this the pink? It is. So, as I say now, he's got to hit a red.
Williams.
Otherwise, it's 2-0. Williams sitting down, knowing what's coming.
No. Back.
So I guess Ford will play off the left-hand red now. to make absolutely sure of hitting one.
Is that the right spot? See the red this time. To call foul on this. Lose the frame.
So there's the warning. As I say, he's got to take this one now because he's got to make sure that he hits one. He sort of mishit it, but his foot finished nicely, actually, for Ford. Cue ball just sort of rattling the jaws of the pocket. Oh, we got very close. Looks like Anthony McGill is going to win the first frame on table 1 against Dave Gilbert. Of course, it was another Scotsman, Scott Donaldson, who won Group 4 back in October in that very dramatic final. And he was taken ill against Graham Dott. His cue ball, meanwhile, has got a hold up. Oh, it just has. And now it's not nice cueing for Ford. Yeah, Scott Donaldson, of course, that match was held up a couple of times. He was ill, but thankfully all is well now. Yeah, good confident pot from Ford, and he's nicely on the blue. So this is his first real chance in the match to actually put something together. He'll feel good about that one. Just to say, McGill has won that frame on table 1.
6. 7.
Tom Ford, at his best, a very heavy score. He made a maximum at the English Open in Crawley this season. Didn't have much of an angle, trying to manufacture something. And if he's on this red to the left corner, then he'll consider that a result, I think. Cue ball really went the wrong way there. And he's not on it, so that's end of break. He'll be disappointed after the initial good pot. And is this hard enough? It's not. So
Foul miss.
that went wrong very quickly.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, he's just got there, has he? Yeah, no foul call, so just got there. even so, Ford had a good scoring chance there, and it just seemed to go wrong very quickly. Let's open things up. Needs a good cue ball here, because of course Williams, as we all know, is a great long potter.
Yeah, please.
Caught that so well, that shot. You saw Williams there just allowing as well Greg Caniglia, the referee, to just check the line of the shot in case he had to put the white back. But in fact, Williams caught it superbly. Yeah, great pot from the Welshman. As I say, long potting has always been a real key facet of his game, and again, this one just floated in nicely. Oh, he's not the red in though.
Foul.
Yeah.
There's one. Four.
Bit unlucky. Very thin, the blue, and as you see, full ball into that red, he's knocked it in the pocket. So Ford, who has done nothing of note yet, has another chance here.
One.
Thing is, these matches are short, so he's going to have to start soon if he's going to make an impact on this first match of the group.
Eight. No.
Well, just playing the little cannon, and a little bit anxious to see if that's worked out, if he's on a red here. The body language suggests
40.
not. Rather sheepish reaction from Ford there. So from him, so far, it's just been bits and pieces, really. And already looking for the safety. Scored 12 earlier, now just 14. So yet to really get going in this match. Well, I suppose that's one way to get the white to bulk, but not what he was looking to do. Rather sums up the start that he's made today. It's just been a lot of mistakes, really, and there again, the in-off. But as I say, in fact, it's not disastrous by any means. He has got the white where he wanted it to be, which is the bulk end. Oh, it's a bit unlucky. It's a great pot, actually. And once again, he's found the pocket with the cue ball. Struck it nicely, but saw the white fly in the middle. Mark Williams, he may put him back in. He's just having a look at things here. Not left any pots on, would seem. Unless this one just below the pink could be a shot to nothing. To the left corner. Well, he's having a look at various things, but I guess a little bit like the previous time that Ford went in off, at least he hasn't left anything on. Meanwhile, a strong start for Anthony McGill on table one. It's going to be 2-0 to him against David Gilbert. Currently on an 84 break there, the Scotsman.
One.
Well, easy on this black. A good pot. That red looks like it's in the way of the potting angle, but a good pot that from Ford. And I guess he's got to say to himself, look, I've made quite a few errors, but it's still only 1-0. I'm ahead in frame two. I'm not being swamped here by Williams.
Forward. One.
McGill's actually made a century next door, so that's the first of the year. The red's possible, but it's all... Got to start here. This was close, but didn't drop, and caught it than he would have liked. So as I say, chance for Ford now to put his first frame on the board.
Eight. Nine. Six. 70.
Black to lead by 33 with 59 on.
He's going
to have to play a little cannon here. Just left that a little bit short, so this has just complicated things slightly in terms of getting on the next colour. Very nicely done, though.
25.
So he needs the black, red and a colour Should be one each.
$32. C3.
Well, in the end, he's done well, Ford, because all sorts was going wrong earlier on, but made the most of this chance. Players back to work, as many people are, of course, at this time of the year. And it's taken just a couple of frames for Ford to settle into this match.
And the frame.
He's saying to Mark Williams, is that enough? And Williams says it is. So it's one each, and Ford, after his early troubles, will be happy to be on the scoreboard. A couple of in-offs in that frame on another day maybe could have cost him, but he's finally on the scoreboard. As I say, it's 2-0 to Anthony McGill. He's had a century against David Gilbert on table 1. He stays on that table, actually, to play Joe Perry. And after this match here on table 2, it's Kyron Wilson and Graham Dott. And Group 6, by the way, which starts on Wednesday, we've got 2 real big hitters joining us there. John Higgins and Judd Trump, of course, the finalists in the World Championship last year. Trump's on this incredible run. World #1, and he's won a lot of titles in the last 12 months. He'll be here with Higgins on Wednesday for Group 6. Mark King also coming into that group because Steve Maguire withdrew.
Third frame. Mark Williams.
Honours even then here. One each. Mark Williams won the first, Tom Ford the second. Well, the cue ball has run on and the yellow's onto the middle. He was, I guess, hoping it might hold up for a bulk colour to the corner, but he's on the yellow to the middle. So things turning round here. After Williams, for a frame and a half, was in control. Ford, having won that last frame now, maybe feeling a bit better about things.
Three. Four. $11.
Well, he was looking to leave it the cue ball low, but a little lower maybe than he would have liked. So this suddenly becomes a bit of a pressure shot, this little cutback. And it's not there, yeah.
Four.
I think he thought that was going to drop, actually. But it was the previous shot to leave himself that low on the black. But in the end, I don't think he got the intended cannon anyway, so it doesn't look like he's left Williams a red. course, there's a big prize with the black over the pocket for whoever knocks in the next red. And there's a chance off the black to go into the pack as well if the players want to get the balls open. So it's Williams who knocks it in. And he's played that shot I suggested now. He's been unlucky if he goes in off. He's okay, just about. Can he see the red to the middle, though?
8.
I think he can. Yeah, as I say, the chance was there off the black to get everything open. Never quite sure where the cube was going to finish. He can just get through to this, I think. Or can he? Well, it's obviously tight. He thinks he can't quite get through to the red, and there is one to the left corner, but it's a lot harder. And he's leaving everything on if he misses it, so big shot this. That's a great pot, real test of cueing.
No.
And he was dead straight. The one thing with Williams, as we know, we've seen over the years, is his poise. He's impeccable. He doesn't seem to feel pressure, or if he does, he manages to bury it down deep inside himself. So, a chance for Williams to hit back, having lost the last frame.
16.
Looks like these two reds are a plan. But the red has come back into the path of the black, so that's gone wrong. Wow, what a chance that was to put together a good break, but just 17 scored.
Williams, 17.
He'll be annoyed there because, as I say, the balls were sitting really nicely for a potential frame-winning contribution. That's a pretty good shot from Ford. He's taken away a few options for Williams here. And the danger for both players is, of course, the reds are nicely spread, so the next chance could be the last chance in this frame. Well, so delicate a shot that, played well. Didn't want that cannon. Maybe okay, though. Well, I think there is a red to the right corner. For just assessing his options. Well, he's had a good look at things, and now he's looking at this red to the right-hand side, just a safety. Didn't fancy anything. Of course, these best of fives, you know, they're short matches, and it's not like you're playing a two-session match. It can be over in less than an hour. So, at the moment, this is hard-fought stuff. Neither player looking to leave any sort of advantage to the other. Well, it's definitely a chance. And he's left a chance for Mark Williams. Williams, who was in earlier, played that plant to the left corner, and the second red came back, obscured the black. But back in now.
One.
Given the format, and indeed given the quality of the field, it's hard to have a heavy favourite for the group, but Williams is the highest ranked player here, world number 2.
8.
And has played in plenty of championship leagues down the years. At various venues, of course, it started at Crondon Park in 2008. Joe Perry was the first winner. He'll be in action, of course, later on.
Yeah.
Now, he's just asking about the black.
Yeah, sure.
He doesn't think it goes now. It did before. So either it wasn't on its spot, or it needs to be slightly adjusted by referee Greg Caniglio. Well, if it doesn't go now, as Mark Williams says, it can't have been on its spot earlier, just slightly off it.
No.
So it's the start of the year, and a very busy few months coming up for these players, all the way into the World Championship in April, which of course marks the end of the season. A lot of tournaments, a lot of trophies to be played for before then, including of course this one. Yeah, just finished slightly short there, but can still cut this red back to the same pocket.
80.
Oh, he's overcut it. So,
Mark Williams, 80.
Williams, who started this match pretty impressively, has just slightly gone off the boil. As I say, just the previous positional shot which left him that shot and overcut the red. Forward went full-blooded at that red to the yellow pocket. But he knew he had to get it because he was leaving that red on.
One.
It's all a bit congested down there, though. The brown and the yellow and the pink's tied up, so the green, the only ball here. It's been hard work this frame, but Williams back in. He's in front by 24 points.
5.
28 now with green and the red going on. So, chance for him to win the frame. He's been a master over the years, actually, at winning scrappy frames. He doesn't need that red by the pink. He's won a lot of these sort of frames down the years that are a little bit forgettable, but of course, they'll count the same. It'll get him £100 just as much as making a century would do. Needs another red and a colour after this black. This red's not in yet, though. These can be little tricky shots just off the cushion. Well, he can put everything into trying to pot this black because, as I say, if he pots it, then it's snookers required. So, can just give everything to the pot here. But he's not in. So, this frame's still
90.
Winnable for Ford. He's 42 behind with 43 on. Dave Gilbert to pull one back against Anthony McGill, who leads 2-1 now on table 1. He says sorry because he's mishit it but hasn't left anything on. Of course, Williams with that red by the pink at the moment in the driving seat because Ford needs 2 reds, 2 blacks and the colours to win the frame by a point. But there are no colours safe. There's nothing on cushions. Well, Williams may take this red on to the corner because it's all he needs to win the frame. In fact, taking it to the middle is a thin one, but he's got it. So, looking like 2-1. In fact, Tom Ford has conceded. Hard fought frame, that. But this was the winning shot. This red to the middle. Mark Williams then back in front. He leads 2-1, and he needs one more frame to win the first match of the group. And the action will continue when he returns.
Fourth frame. Tom Ford.
So, Tom Ford trailing 2-1 after a pretty scrappy third frame, won by Mark Williams, who now needs one more frame for victory. But as I said earlier, after points won, and you get a point for winning each match, it comes down to frames won. So even if Ford lost 3-1, the one frame he won in this match could make a big difference in the table tomorrow. Remember, it's the top 4 that go into the playoffs. 5th place player will come back with the playoff losers for Group 6. The bottom 2, though, of course, are relegated. Full-blooded attempt from Mark Williams. He's left this little tickler to the yellow pocket for Ford. Hang on, still got a chance. Ooh, and now it's hanging invitingly in the jaws for Williams. Well, this is not finished well.
One.
If he takes the yellow with the rest, then it's a big shot in the frame. He's going to have to get it, playing down for reds. Looks like he's going to play it, though. Nicely cued it was as well. As I said earlier, the thing with Williams is what look like pressure shots to him aren't. Just has this laid-back attitude, which he's not put on in any way. It's just how he is. It's how he's always been.
4.
Turned pro now 28 years ago, along with many other players, but most notably Ronnie O'Sullivan and John Higgins, all still in the top 8 in the world rankings. Well, again, he's got the rest out. This is not the most straightforward start to a break. This time it's the brown he's looking at. This looks good, though. If the cue ball stops, he's just run on. Not sure he's on this red now. The second one there. Well, can he pot that? I think possibly he can. He was desperate to see if the white was going to stop, and it just about did. And it just about drops.
No.
So now he is on the black.
$60. 70. $34. 25.
Just a reminder of the group winners so far. Neil Robertson won Group 1, Stuart Bingham Group 2, Group 3 was Gary Wilson, and Group 4, of course, Scott Donaldson. Despite all these problems, he did go on to win that match, so they're already in the winners group. That will be in March. There's 3 more places to be found, one from this group, one from Group 6 later in the week, and then in March, Group 7.
30.
This is the last of the loose reds. He's opened a few more up, though. Well, his success rate with the rest is very high, certainly in this frame.
21.
But then he misses that one. That was unexpected.
Williams. 31.
So 31 scored. Having opened the reds, there was a chance to potentially go on and win frame and match there. Well, the chance comes back to him immediately. It's almost like he's just picking up where he left off. Ford's been a little bit in and out in this match, it's got to be said.
1. $8. 9.
So definite chance for Mark Williams to seize the point, and although there have been errors, you would expect that, I think, first match on. Doesn't matter to him, he'll be at the very early stages, of course, at the top of the group, and looking to build on that. He's got 3 more matches to play today, actually. Gilbert, McGill and Perry all coming up. Tom Ford has also got 3 more matches against Karen Wilson, Gilbert and Graham Dott as well. Question is, will he get another shot now in this match? Doesn't look like it. And Williams has got the security of the safe red on the right-hand side cushion. He leads by 58. So a couple of balls away from making it 3-1.
38.
Ice break 62 in frame 1 from Williams.
Five. 36. 43. 4.
Everyone getting back to it after the festive break. Some big tournaments to come. Of course, Williams is in the Masters next week, looking for a bit of a tune-up here in Leicester prior to that.
50. 51.
Probably some good balls in this match, and he has been able to punish Ford's mistakes as well.
58. 59. 65. 67.
So the ice break has come in the final frame of this match.
70.
Not quite enough on for a century, but good contribution nonetheless. And he'll be back, Williams will be back at 2 o'clock on table 1 for that match with Gilbert.
74.
Gilbert about to lose, by the way, to Anthony McGill 3-1 on table 1.
79. 85. Frame.
So 85 from Mark Williams, the highest break of the match, wins him the match.